Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's semi-original guy, aka Mr. Cannon from Advanced Wars by Web, bringing you another live league game of the day. Today we are playing on Akron Argonaut Acres. This is a standard matchup, triple base airport with comm tower support. There's actually double airports and a little bit of port on the side for this one here. Now we do have HQs with black boats on them to prevent any HQ cheese. And our players today are Bogaes and Sidewinder437, who was recently the #1 Fong player in the world. So shout out to Sidewinder for being super cool. Now, we have a Drake versus an Andy matchup here today. So Drake, as a day-to-day ability, will get +1 movement on his naval units. His naval units will have plus 10% defense. All Aryans will lose 30% offense. His units are unaffected by rain. And that's about it. That's about it. His normal co-power will do 1 damage globally and cut the fuel and ammo of all opposing units by half. And the super co-power will make it rain, do 2 damage globally, and cut that fuel and ammo in half. We also have Andy, old average Andy, who has no day-to-day abilities, but he does have access to his normal co-power, which is hyper repair, healing his units by 2 HP globally, and hyper upgrade, which will increase his movement range by +1, give him a small firepower bonus, boosting his offense up to 120, and healing them all by 5 HP. So Andy, what a guy. Andy, my favorite CEO in Advanced Wars. So, this should be an interesting one here, folks. Let's go ahead and dive into this one and see what went down in the live queue. So, on the first few days, folks, you guys know the deal. It is the standard infantry builds, because you gotta get the infantry on the field, folks. It's the #1 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. #2 priority in Advanced Wars by Web is making sure that you time your global damage really good so that you do tons and tons of damage. And if you don't time it really good, well, just spam it out as hard as you possibly can all the time, because global damage hurts. Alright, folks, so we got the nice Congo line over here from Sidewinder. Congo line has been broken up now. The infantry are flooding the map, going for a bunch of neutral properties, and it looks like Bogaes is doing the exact same thing, more or less. Might be getting towards the center of the map here pretty soon. It does look like some infantry are making their way. Now, it looks like Bogaes might have a little bit of a lead on getting the comm tower here. However, maybe not so much of a lead. It really just depends on if Sidewinder decides to skip this city or not, which he definitely might. Ooh, yep, so he skips the city and he's going straight to Airport City over here. He's definitely going to be thinking about either denying that airport or denying that comm tower. Okay, so Bogaes has acquired the comm tower. He has begun the capture on that. Busts out the second tank of the game. Sidewinder busting out the first tank of the game. So we definitely have a BA tank order here. Sidewinder takes an engagement here from the road to interrupt the comm tower. That is going to result in the loss of an infantry, but does delay the comm tower by 1 day, which, you know, it's pretty good, not too shabby at all. Double tank chain down south. Looks like Bogaes is going for the attack on the infantry, continuing the cap on the comm tower. That is going to go through no matter what. Nothing is going to be able to stop that guy at the moment. Bogaes does allow Sidewinder to get the comm tower, so there is going to be no interrupt on that one. He's definitely choosing income over interrupts, which is good. You know, I do recommend going for income over interrupts. I myself tend to go for a lot of interrupts over income, and sometimes it doesn't go very good for me, folks, but sometimes it goes really good for me. It really just depends on the day. You know, that's all it is. Sidewinder going down south, taking a big shot on an infantry here, which is pretty good. Pretty nice shot on that infantry. It's very close to the HQ at the moment. Obviously, there's no chance of capping that HQ anytime soon, but we are there. We're in range. We're in range. Things are happening here, folks. Bogaes has an artillery on the field now. I feel artillery are going to be pretty powerful on this map, especially in the southern and the northern sections of the map. There is so much potential for blocking in this area and this area here. Like, you get a artillery planted firmly right by your HQ, that guy is going to be incredibly difficult to dislodge. especially as Andy, who has no firepower bonuses, so just base damage, you know, it's not really going to go over like too well for Andy. Now Bogaes tripling down on the artillery, actually busting out 3 artillery on this map. And like I said, I think indirects are going to be incredibly strong on this map. The Sidewinder taking an engagement up north, injuring an infantry down to 4, and then going for the capture down south. And then, ooh, goes up and takes a very risky hit. Takes a risky engagement against that infantry. We did destroy the infantry, but I believe that this is going to put us in tank range, and it does put us in tank range, and we're on a road. So, that's a pretty risky shot indeed. Bust out the anti-air in order to ward off the battlecopter purchases here. I believe we are going to be seeing a tank shot over here. Not really too much is going on in the north at the moment, but this is a hefty flood of infantry. So I believe Sidewinder is going to have to do something pretty soon in order to sort of counter this. Maybe build an artillery, or maybe go like copters pretty soon. I think that might definitely be what should happen here. Alright. Goes up and takes that tank engagement right there. Big shots. Now, considering that he is playing as Andy, these tank hits don't really matter as much as you think, because he is going to be able to bring this tank back, maybe get 1-day heal, and then just sit on it for a little while, and then be able to come back with a full HP tank once the hyper upgrade is active, but we shall see. The attack down south is going okay, but now that this artillery has made its way into the fray here, it's going to be very difficult to continue this attack. Sidewinder has not gone for any indirects yet, but he has busted out the battlecopter. So we got the battlecopter by. Beautiful little battlecopters, folks. Oh, we are sacrificing a... Okay. So I was going to say that we are sacrificing a tank, but then we move up and attack the artillery. But this is still technically sacrificing a tank because we're still in range of 1 artillery. We do injure this one, though, which is very nice. Interesting play, though. So what does Bogaes do in order to ward this off? Takes the shot, 80% damage. That's a flippin' huge hit. Huge 80% damage right there. And oh, this is danger territory, folks. We have the artillery in position of the HQ over here, which is definitely some dangerous place to be here, folks. So Sidewinder day 10. We'll go for the 1-shot clear on the infantry. That does open it up to a tank strike here, but we do clear an artillery. We bring the tank back for heals, second tank back for heals. Gonna go for a 4-day cap on that property. Probably not gonna go through, but clear the infantry that is capping the northern property. Doesn't take the engagement on the mountain because that's gonna be incredibly unfavorable to him. Brings the infantry, yep, brings this guy over here. So defenses aren't looking too bad here. Not really a huge fan of the... I mean, we're playing as Andy, so any attack that we take that gets us closer to that hyper upgrade is not too shabby at all. But we definitely need an indirect. We need an artillery down here, because if Bogaes plays this right, he might be able to do enough damage to this. But I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. So we surround the black belt with the infantry. Sidewinder is close to a hyper repair. Not sure if he's going to be popping a hyper repair, but we are very close to it, so we'll see what happens. Day 11, Sidewinder takes the engagement with the battlecopter, busts out, advance wars 1, Andy, folks, we got hyper repair up in the house. Look at that. Look at that beautiful +2 healing all over the map. And playing as Drake, using hyper repair isn't necessarily really like all too bad, because like it does counter his global damage. Now this one right here, though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's really the only spot that we can take the engagement from is right there. So that does result in the loss of a tank, potentially loss of 2 tanks here. But we go for the comm tower capture. So we might... We'll probably only lose one tank. I don't really see a world where he breaks the infantry this turn, so yeah, he could get one tank. He could interrupt the infantry, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the second tank. I think we're going to be fine there. Forced to do base skip to buy battlecopter up north because this is incredibly spooky. Artillery doesn't attack the black boat, but instead notices the ability to two-shot right here, then moves the artillery in, or anti-air in, to eliminate that battlecopter. Pretty big hit. Pretty big hit indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do have an attack on the anti-air. This anti-air is out of position to block or attack this anti-air now. Bogaes is doing a really good job at forcing Sidewinder to kind of play mid instead of attacking over the HQ. So let's see what he decides to do in response here. So he captures the port, captures one of the cities down here. So he is ahead in income. We managed to take out a few units over here, and injuring quite a few others. It does open us up to another tank strike right here, but we join cap on the comm tower, so this should maybe be guaranteed, but maybe not, because we do have an attack. We have one attack, two attacks. I mean, if he goes in and attacks with all four of these guys, or all five, I mean, he might be able to get the clear on this, but it's gonna cost him like quite a bit. Let's see what he does. So yeah, he does the 3-point clear, so that's pretty good actually. So that saves him the comm tower, which is nice. And then we move the rest of the infantry forward and take a shot on a tank. Bogaes is now super close to the super co-power, and Sidewinder is slightly behind in the co-power charge. Doesn't quite have an hyper repair up yet, but brings a lot of his tanks up forward because he definitely sniffs out the HQ capture plot. But I wonder if it is too late to actually get that HQ. So let's, stop the HQ cap. So let's see what happens here. We do have a double clear over here. So we could go infantry onto the mountain, infantry cap, tank block, maybe anti-air block, or block with something else over here. Like, we can get a pretty good surround on this HQ. I mean, especially with the Typhoon. So let's see what he does. So it goes for, oh, he doesn't even need to use that guy because we have this guy right here. Okay. Pretty big hits in the middle there. Anti-air blocks the infantry. We go in for the capture of the HQ. Pretty good surround. And then it is up to Sidewinder to figure out how to break this line. Let's see what he does. So it takes some casual engagements here, and then he busts out the hyper repair, healing his units, bring in the tank forward, takes that guy all the way down to 8, so not a huge hit, but definitely a hit. This movement is incredibly hindered, so that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so he does not have movement to actually get the double hit here, which is very unfortunate. Ooh. Probably just going to be seeing one more engagement. Yeah, that's it. And then we pass turn. Bogaes sitting at 13 income. Ooh, we get that's a pretty big clear. And we get battlecopter on battlecopter shot. Tank shot, get the surround. We could potentially go for a luck roll here, but I don't know if he's going to go for it. Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. Yeah, I think he might. Yeah, I think this might be it. I don't think that he can stop that capture on day 15. Nope, can't stop the capture. Bogaes managed to win the day here with a beautiful HQ surround over here. So not too shabby at all. Congratulations to Bogaes for that win. Now, he did send me a message after he sent this one in. And he said that he was talking to Sidewinder afterwards, and he said Sidewinder wasn't playing at 100%. So that is definitely a possibility here for sure. But all in all, I think when he was playing, like what happened was honestly. Like, every single time Sidewinder sort of misplayed over here, you know, he just jumped on every single opportunity. I'm not quite sure what was going on over here, but I mean, yeah, he just jumped on every single opportunity and played the north section like very, very well, and just managed to get the HQ cap. And you know, could have honestly happened to anybody, but very well played, Bogaes. That was a fantastic game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one today. If you did, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe. And if you do have games that you want reviewed on the channel, you can go into the description below, join my Discord, and send me some replay links there. Or you can just message me on Discord in general. I am Mr. Cannon / semi-original guy on the Advanced Wars by Web Discord. So yeah, hit me up and if you got them. And you know what, if you enjoy the channel, consider becoming a channel member. But in the meantime, folks, I will see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye for now.